The crystalline chamber of the Galactic Council hummed with electromagnetic frequencies as 300 species gathered in holographic attendance. Alvin Chen stood alone on the human delegation platform, his pressure suit's life support systems clicking rhythmically in the methane-rich atmosphere. Above him, the ONES, the ancient quantum intelligence collective that had governed the galaxy for 2 million years, manifested as a shimmering lattice of entangled particles. Human representative, the one's voice resonated through quantum translation matrices. You have requested emergency session 7008-32-491. State your petition. Alvin's jaw tightened. He had rehearsed this moment for 6 months during the faster-than-light journey from Sol system. The data chip in his neural interface burned with the weight of humanity's discovery. Honored Council, Alvin began, his voice steady despite his accelerating heartbeat. Humanity formally petitions for immediate galactic evacuation protocols. We estimate you have between 250 to 300 standard years before total annihilation. The chamber erupted in a cacophony of translated outrage. The methane breathers from Keth 7 expelled clouds of chemical contempt. The silicon-based Vorthene vibrated their disapproval through subsonic frequencies. Even the usually stoic, crystalline minds of Proxima flashed red warning colors. Silence, the ONES commanded, and reality itself seemed to obey. Human Alvin Chen, your species has been council members for merely 400 years. You have contributed nothing to our civilization except primitive fusion drives and chemical computation. What evidence could you possibly possess of galactic-scale threats that we, with our 2-million-year technological superiority, have not detected? Alvin pulled the data chip from his neural port and held it up. This contains 7,000 years of continuous observation data from humanity's Void Observatory, a quantum-entangled sensor array positioned outside our galaxy in intergalactic space. Impossible, scoffed a Vorthene delegate, its silicon matrix flickering with mathematical certainty. No species has achieved extragalactic positioning technology. The energy requirements alone are substantial, Alvin interrupted, a ghost of a smile crossing his face. That's why we built it 4 centuries ago, before we even made first contact with you. While you were exploring stellar neighborhoods with your FTL drives, we were looking at the bigger picture. Humanity has always been paranoid like that. The ONES' quantum lattice pulsed with what might have been curiosity. Continue. Alvin activated the data chip. The chamber's holographic systems struggled to render what appeared in the center of the room, a 3-dimensional map of their galaxy and the surrounding cosmic web. But something was wrong. Terribly wrong. What you're seeing is the local galactic cluster from an external vantage point, Alvin explained. Those dark regions spreading through the cosmic web, that's not empty space. That's the Devourers. The ONES process the data in microseconds. Your data suggests extra-dimensional entities consuming space-time itself. This contradicts all known physics. Does it? Alvin challenged. Your ONES civilization has existed for 2 million years within this galaxy. You've explored, cataloged, and mastered nearly every physical law within our dimensional framework. But you've never left. You've never looked at our galaxy from outside. He manipulated the hologram, zooming out further. The cosmic horror became apparent. Dozens of galaxies, each containing hundreds of billions of stars, simply stopped transmitting any electromagnetic radiation. One by one, like lights being switched off, they vanished from the observable universe. The pattern is consistent, Alvin continued, his voice dropping to something between warning and eulogy. The Devourers move through the cosmic web at approximately 0.3% light speed. They consume galaxies entirely, converting matter, energy, space-time, everything into something we can't detect or measure. They leave nothing, not even quantum foam. A crystalline mind delegate pulsed yellow. If what you say is true, why has the Wonez not detected this phenomenon? Because you're looking inward, Alvin said simply. Your entire civilization is focused on mastering what's already here. Quantum computing, zero-point energy extraction, consciousness transfer, temporal manipulation, all magnificent achievements. But you've never seriously invested in extragalactic observation because you assumed there was nothing out there worth seeing. The Wonez's lattice flickered. And humanity, in its primitive state, chose to look outward? We're a young species, Alvin admitted. We only discovered fire 12,000 years ago. We only left our planet 600 years ago. But we're also a scared species. We know we're small. We know we're vulnerable. So yes, one of the first things we did when we developed quantum entanglement communication was to throw sensors as far into the void as possible just to see what was coming. He zoomed the hologram to show a wave of darkness approaching their galaxy from 3 directions. The Devourers will reach the outer edges of our galaxy in 250 years. Based on their consumption rate of the Andromeda analog in the parallel cluster, we estimate complete galactic consumption in 1,500 years. 1,500 years is adequate time to prepare defenses, stated a Keth-7 military commander. Is it? Alvin's laugh was bitter. The Wons have had 2 million years to advance. You manipulate quantum probability, you fold space-time, you've achieved technological singularity 17 times over. And you want to fight entities that consume the fundamental fabric of reality itself? Entities that don't operate by the physical laws you've spent eons mastering? The chamber fell silent. So what does humanity propose? The Onez finally asked. Alvin straightened his shoulders. Humanity proposes we run, immediately. We begin construction of generation ships, real ones, designed for multi-million-year voyages. We load them with genetic samples, cultural databases, technological archives, and volunteers from every species. We aim for the Borta's Void, the largest empty region in the observable universe, 50 million light-years from here. Maybe, just maybe, the Devourers won't find us there. Maybe they'll consume this galactic supercluster and move on. You're asking us to abandon 2 million years of civilization, the Wonez said quietly. I'm asking you to save it, Alvin corrected. Humanity learned a long time ago that sometimes survival means leaving home. We did it when we left Earth. We're prepared to do it again. He paused. The question is, are you? The Wanz's quantum lattice shimmered, processing probabilities that spanned civilizational timescales. Finally, it spoke. The Council will vote, but human Alvin Chen, understand this. If your warning proves accurate, you have done what no species has achieved in 2 million years. You have taught the Onez to feel fear. Alvin nodded slowly. Then we're even. Because 400 years ago, you taught humanity something too. What was that? That we're not alone in being afraid of the dark end.